Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely...
Conviction and hopefully a style of contest.
So it's away we go then. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Anthony Elanga is a very talented lad, Peter. And what I like to hear is that he pushes himself hard. He's hard on himself, that he won't settle for something average or decent. He wants to be the best he possibly can. So he pushes himself to the limits. And while his attacking game is growing and getting stronger, he still has some work to do, perhaps on the defensive side of things.
Well, quite no argument from me on that one. Elanga. Played out to the right. Out to the right. He's in plenty of space here. Climbs up big! Dealt with nicely by the defence. Mohamed Salah. Frimpong. And it's played forward. Xiao. Burn. That's been drilled forward. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Oh, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And he has been fouled there. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Gordon!
Well, conceding free kicks in areas like that are an invitation to the set-piece technicians. They have to cut this out.
Mohamed Salah. It's been a pretty frantic start. A lot of front foot pressing. Kerkez looking to hit the byline here. And it's Frimpong. Mohamed Salah. Out to the left it goes. Over to the left. Gordon forwards and with intent. Gomez shifted upfield. Calmly anticipates. That's really well manoeuvred. Great ball if he can get there. And it's hoisted clear. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Joelinton wins the duel this time. Bruno Guimaraes. Elanga. McAllister. Tonali makes the interception. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Pope sends that a long way. Oh, terrible pass. Now it's Gordon. And reclaimed it in a trice. Hall in acres of space out wide. But that is good defending. It's been repelled. And here's Joelinton. Gordon. Now it's chance! No, not quite.
Gordon really looked sharp out there. That first touch, sensational.
Now it's Gakpo. And it's Kirkes. Real chance! He's scored! Beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Soboslai played into space. Can he finish? Oh, the joy of the moment! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Well, most of those go high and wide because of their difficulty. He made it look like he does it every day.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
He's onto it in a flash. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
McAllister. Looking to break at pace. That's a nicely weighted pass. Oh, shooting chance! They've scored! Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Xiao. Tonali. Quality ball. That has been cut short. And we've reached half-time. Leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? I mean, from what we've seen so far, both sides have provided evidence that they can add more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that the next one will be pretty crucial. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out for the next period. Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And the game has already resumed here. Xiao, aim forwards. Back into the middle. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Hoisted upfield by the keeper. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. That's a lovely, neat pass. Trippier. Bruno Guimaraes. Elanga. Great defending, strong and determined. Van Dijk gently done. Moved on forwards. Gakpo knocks it out wide. Frimpong crosses it in. Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Oh, nicely intercepted. Van Dijk gets it clear. Xiao. Hall, aim forwards. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Gravenberg, oh, good-looking ball. Kerkez, done delicately. Xiao. Tonali, shifted upfield. Van Dijk. Van Dijk, long ball upfield. Xiao tries to clear. Ekitike. Gakpo. Takes a shot! Pope trying to keep this in. Hall gets good distance on it. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. And it's Soboslai. Aimed in towards the centre. In again. And that has been cleared. Now it's Szoboszlai. That looks a good cross. Willock, gently done. Well, they can break here. And he's found a way past. Gomez does really well there, strong defending. Well read, nice interception. Now it's Gakpo. And the shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make...
That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Extravagant effort! So close to drawing level.
Well, the reaction from his teammates says it all, Peter. They simply expected better.
Byrne cuts it out. Oh, he's busted. It's Salah! That's going to go a long way.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Gakpo. A chance to play it in. And a chance! Goal! And surely now the results are beyond doubt. A truly wicked strike, high on perfection.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, that you've got to take your hands off and just say, too good.
So there's going to be another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Two up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
And he cuts out the supply. Szoboszlai. Mohamed Salah. Ramsey. Szoboszlai. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Hall. That's a sharp pass. Van Dijk. Gravenberg. Szoboszlai. So that's it. It is all over. It's a super show all round. Both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the other. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, I think the manager can take a great deal of satisfaction with this win. It was a solid game plan that worked pretty much as he envisaged, and the players executed it to wonderful effect.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.